Uno go there and give select $1,000 for pull up tune. I no matter we used to pull up and pass pa uno. Uno not get nothing. So as me I say, Nklyne say him try to help him mother, try to move him mother, but him mother say him nah move. So when I talk about Nklyne, we are talk to the ones them, we hold there with them mother want the help and them have it can help them mother and them nah do it.
Jamaica, wake up! Universe, wake up! Social media, wake up! And tune in to Nklyne. I preach love and righteousness. No more war, no more crime, no more abuse. Wake up, Jamaica. And remember, comment, subscribe and share. You hear? Wake up.
Dan, me coulda be a gunman, but instead me get some paper, get a pen and write a song. Me know this now go hit because the word reserved to wrong, yet them people here them mindset like improper fraction, dog. But more why some things go on and even don't feel no way about it. Cause all the pain of my feet in a life, thank God it's for a moment. And more why some things go on and even don't feel no way about it.
Bless up, I don't know, says I and I live on. Welcome to Flip the Script. Turn negative into positive out of the darkness to bring the light. You know, today we have two, powerful topics we have to talk about. We have to talk about, a statement to Khago make. We have to talk, about, some things that go on, with Nklyne. Let's talk about, what Khago said. I play a piece, I think. So listen to what I say.
I say morning, yeah. I gotta say it is a good one. I tell you something. Haiti was one of the nicest places on planet Earth. Until they start believing in God and start believing in themselves and their neighbor and their friends start to be a obvious. I do be a folly. I be a human sacrifice. Them I do. And guess what? Next in line is Jamaica. Nicest place on planet Earth. Welcome to the land of food and water. And Southern logo it. And Jamaica nice, one love. And you notice I be over them I work. Them I do everything what Haiti used to do. Haiti used to green like US dollar bill. And see it? What take them? Your feet say God I go sit down and make Jamaica slide. Jesus, God, that is hard. You better embrace yourself and embrace yourself.
So the big question is Obia and spirituality is the same thing? Some people say it's the same thing, some people say it's not the same thing. We don't really I go talk about if it's the same thing or it's not. Obia become illegal, some point in a slavery. We can do some research and see it. Some point in a slavery become illegal when them say, boy, the slave them are used if you escape them slave master, so they make it become illegal. Alright. Haiti now get destroyed or now get beaten by God. As though them have it for say. Haiti I get beaten because Haiti fight and set themselves free. And the slave master them say them lose a lot. And just because them lose a lot, Haiti have to pay for it. We don't listen to that little clip here.
So Haiti is the poorest country in the world. However, you might be very surprised to find out why Haiti is the poorest country in the world. Haiti was one of the richest places on the planet in the 1700s. The population of Haiti was 4-to-1 slave to free Frenchmen. So you basically had about 450,000 slaves there and 120,000, 125,000 free Frenchmen and women. Led by a slave named Toussaint, Haiti successfully overthrew one of the most powerful armies on the planet in 1804 and declared their independence. However, France made a deal with them, with warships at the ready, saying that we will invade you, recapture you, and re-enslave you unless you pay for the lost property. Well, that lost property was the human lives of the Haitians themselves. So France slapped Haiti with a $21 billion bill. That's $21 billion in today's money. It took until 1947 to pay off the initial loan. It took Haiti almost 150 years to pay off that loan. And obviously you guys know about loans and financing and debt. So how did Haiti pay that money off? Especially because France forced them to give them 50% off of their products. So Haiti was accounting for 3/4 of the world's sugar at the time. And I think a quarter or maybe 1/3 of the entire slave trade at the time. Saint Domingue was also known as the capital of the slave trade in the West Indies, and also the worst place for a slave to end up because it was so brutal, torturous, and you could be raped and kidnapped at any point in time and sent anywhere in the world. So that debt was financed and collected by French banks, as well as an American bank that was established in 1812, which is called Citibank. That's right. Your bank has been collecting money from Haitian people to pay for their own freedom.
So maybe if I never ate it, we fight, set themselves free and give other slaves hopes of knowing so them can set themselves free. Maybe all today would have still in a slavery, in a physical slavery. You understand me I say? Me believe that Jamaica and Haiti is the two most hated in this country. Because even though Haiti fight and set themselves free is a Jamaican go there named Dirty Bookman. And him go start it off. Jamaica is the first country we fight until the Queen have to say, alright, we will take that piece of land there. And me believe that if the Maroon them they never sign a treaty, you understand, and decide to them continue fight, we would have been the first country to fight and set yourself free, not Haiti. But because according to them say, Kojo go sign the treaty, fall back any slave run and go up there, we send them back down. So we need to get that out of our headspace, man. So Haiti them are suffer because them wicked. And we need to get it out of our headspace, say spirituality is not good. Spirituality is the only thing we can save black people. Spirituality is what none of them use, and spirituality is what the Asian them use. We just not believe that this you know sacrifice and this blood sacrificing thing. No, spirituality is not that. So don't make them paint the image that spirituality is that. No, we are talking about Nklyne. Bless up yourself, my boss, and condolence. You know, we see the star them do a thing, you know, enough people say them shouldn't do it. You know, them come and you know put up the dwelling place. You know, them say boy, this your mother used to live and them look thing there. You know, a lot of people say boy, them should you know give a full you know story or even put up a picture with their mother more and they go put up a mother house, you know, because they want to start controversy because they know the controversy sell. And you know, them put up a picture with their mother house and you know you come out and you talk and say boy, you try to move your mother from there, so and she never want to move because she's such comfortable there, so. It's not, you know, we have to know that it's not everybody will glorify fancy place and not everybody will feel happiness or find happiness within fancy place. You know, we understand that. You know, some people, you know, the smallest of things will make them happy. We understand that. But what we really want to talk about, we really want to talk about the ones them out there who have money and not help them family. You know, it's a big difference when you have a family them and your family them say me okay in the position where me there, yes, so make me comfortable than some family so they want to come out so because them don't comfortable this year anymore. And enough of we, when we are youth to grow up, we say we dreams is to get big and help mama and papa. We don't say we want to help ourselves, you know. We say we dreams is to get big and help mama and papa repair for the good what she have done for we. And all of a sudden, we get money, and we don't remember the dreams anymore. We don't remember that dreams anymore. The world take we away from a dream, change your mind, because we get caught up in this hype thing. You know much man out there floss, much man out there buy big daycare, and their mother and father sick, and then they even look on them. The mother and father can't find a night dinner and then they even look upon them. You know what man buy some local daycare and they even build up all the house with themselves. You know why? Because the house can move with them that people can assist them about house. But the car can go different places and people, you know, assist them have a car. So enough of we live to please people other than live to make yourself happy. Enough of we not invest in our house, and the reason why we not invest in our house because the house can't move, nobody not go see it. And we end up get shagging our life. Because the wealth we have today, you're not going to have it tomorrow. The strength we have today, you're not going to have it tomorrow. So anything you can do today, do it. Make a solid foundation. Foundation can move. Everything else move. Let me tell you this. Anything you don't have different from a house is just a limb. And that can destroy at any time. Try build a foundation, youths. All of the youth know where I want money now. Try build a foundation. Don't forget the dreams only the ones have, so now go help on the mother and help on the father when things start going for you. Stop live for stop live for social media likes. Find on yourself. No for you live out on yourself. You not take no time to look in on yourself and so on. So as me I say, Nklyne say him try to help him mother, try to move him mother, but him mother say him nah move. So when I talk about Nklyne, we are talk to the ones them, we out there with them mother want the help and them have it can help them mother and them nah do it. We are talk the one them out there with them mother want to move from that position to the next position and them can do it, and before them do it, them go there and dash with them money. You no go there and I give select $1,000 for pull up tune. I no matter we used to pull up and pass pound. You not get nothing. Youth, find on yourself. Know on yourself, man. Stop live for social media hype. Much love and respect.